Hello everyone, in this video we are going to be looking at a simple strategy with MCC, that is smart money concept, together with supply and demand. I'm going to give the explanation of this strategy with my past screenshot. Then after everything we are going to be looking at the pairs I'm watching for next week. So just sit back and watch. In case you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be alerted anytime we upload a new video. If this video makes sense to you, do well to give it a thumbs up. Right, so let's get started now with the illustration of USD CHF on the 3rd of December. So this is simply what you are going to be looking at. If you look at my chart, you can see that price has been on a downtrend from the left to the right. So, and we'll be having some other blocks with supply zones. Currently there is no demand zone marked on this chart, right? So the supply zones is what you have here as a POI. So this one is supply zone. You can see the label here, supply. This is also a supply zone. This is also a supply zone, and the ones in pink are order blocks. All right, so this is a bearish order block, this is a bearish order block, this is a bearish order block, this is a bearish order block. And if you look at where you will see places where market where we had market structure broken, right? So here, this is a break of market structure, break of market structure. Here we had a change of character to the upside, and after then we have a change of character here, then break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure here, change of character, and so on, right? So this break of structure is also very important while we are dealing with this strategy. Okay, so looking at this particular example, so we have confirmed that we're on a downtrend here. Then price created this order block when price broke structure here and traded downward. Price pulled back to retest this order block and drop immediately, breaking another structure. Now what we're interested in is where we have our POI, which is a supply zone. So we had a supply zone here that dropped and broke structure, and price pulled back to it. So I want price to get into this supply zone, then I'll take a sell looking at certain criteria, right? So here with this example, normally if I want to take an entry, I will divide the order block. So this is a supply zone here, and here this candle forms the order block here. So I will mark out this order block, then set my entry at the half of that order block. So sometimes price may get to just half of the order block and drop from there. Sometimes price will pull as far as to the supply zone before dropping. But in this case, this supply zone didn't mark an order block, right? So if it had marked another block, I would take the center of the order block for my entry. So that is why I decided to use the supply zone, right? So now another thing I want to see before I take my entry is that when price push into the supply zone, I want to see it moving, like see if it's grabbing liquidity. You know, the market will move after grabbing liquidity. So you can see that this is a liquidity grab. You see price pushed up and immediately drop after taking this high and also taking this one. It dropped immediately. So here I see price take out liquidity, so that will give me a confidence to taking this entry directly. In another case, price may push into the order block or the supply zone, then you drop to a lower time frame like 5 minutes or 1 minute or 15 minutes, then you look for entry in the lower time frame. So that is what happened here on USD CHF. Let me give another example on NZD USD. This NZD USD on the 22nd of November, right? So here we have established that price is on a bullish trend. So we have a major swing, a swing structure was broken here, another swing structure was also broken here, and this left us with a POI, point of interest, which is a demand zone. Now look at what happened when this demand zone was created. Price broke structure here, this eternal structure, and also broke a swing structure. Then price started coming down. Before price moved into this demand zone, excuse me, you can see that it comes with force, like it's coming to grab liquidity. And what happened? It did grab liquidity. It grabbed liquidity from this low and also grabbed liquidity from this low and pushed up immediately. So that will confirm my entry at this demand zone. So as price get here, this is 1 hour time frame, you can actually switch to a lower time frame to look for another entry. Right now, I'm not going to put my stop loss here. I will look at the next liquidity level or a low where I can put my stop loss. So looking at here, this is a fair value cap, so there's a possibility that price may enter here, and instead of me using here as a stop loss, I decided to push it to this pin, and that was it. Right, so we are going to look at a few examples of before and after, then we'll move over to what we'll be watching out for the next week. Right, so look at this. This is AUD NZD 1 hour time frame. This 28th of November. Look at what happened here. Price has been on a downtrend with the confirmation of this swing low that was taken out. Price pulled back up, and now before this happened, you see my POI here, a demand zone. Then one advantage of this strategy is that it will give you a reduced stop loss, right? But because we are not putting our stop loss here, we are looking at the next swing. That is what may increase the stop loss a bit, right? Now look at this. We have our POI here. Price gave a change of character here, or break of structure. Then the major thing is that we have a swing break of structure. So price broke this swing low to have a break of structure. Now price they started pulling back. Now before price got to this POI, the supply zone, you see what happened here. Price came out with force to grab liquidity. So this is liquidity is resting here. Price grabbed it and dropped immediately. So the liquidity that was produced here and was taken is the last confirmation I want to see before I'll take my entry here. So you can take a direct entry here, then do not use here as your stop loss, because this will also be a liquidity level where price will come and grab. Look at the candle here. This bearish candle grabbed, took at this high before dropping. So you look for the next high or level to put your stop loss, right? So that is it. With this liquidity being grabbed, I take my entry and see the way price dropped. Now let's look at this next one that happened on the 4th of December, right? So we have confirmed that we're on a downtrend and we have our POI here. So as I said, if my POI, which is my supply zone, is formed together with an order block, I will take my entry at the middle of the order block. So we have a breakout structure here, we have a swing structure taken out here as well, and we wait for price to pull back to our expected POI. Now before, I won't take my entry with this. Look at this. liquidity, it formed liquidity here, a price drop, come back with force with this bullish candle, grab liquidity and drop immediately with this bearish candle. So the confirmation of liquidity being grabbed here is what gives me the assurance to take an entry for here from here, right? So and price started dropping, and look at the outcome. This is more than 1 to 3, right, on AUD NZD on the 4th of December. Let's look at another example here. This was Euro AUD. You can see we have a confirmed downtrend on Euro AUD, and here look at the one that this is something that has happened in the past before this. Let's quickly look at this. So here this didn't give us anything. We have a POI here together with an order block, although this did not form together with another. This other block is from here, but look at our POI here. Price drop, breaking structure and pull back. Before price got to our POI, we see liquidity was resting here. Price grab it before getting to the POI. So if we take our entry here, remember I said we are not going to be using here as our stop loss. We'll be looking at another high, a swing point, a pin anywhere that is higher above here with a significant level. So putting our stop loss here at this level, that would have given us a nice sell. But let's look at this. We have confirmed we're on a downtrend here on Euro AUD. On this entry happened on the 5th, but the setup was created on the 3rd, right? So now look at here, see what we got here. So POI was formed here together with another block. So we are supposed to take our entry at the center of the other block, not waiting for price to get to the supply zone, right? So what happened here after the creation of this POI, price drop, we confirm our break of structure. This can also be taken as our swing low being taken out, and price dropped to this extent, and price gradually pulled back. So this was when I saw this, and I was waiting for price to create here this liquidity area. It has been grabbed, but I need excuse me, I need another zone that will be taken when price is pushing into my expected entry. And look at what happened. Look at this. You see that this is a confirmation of the liquidity being swept by this candle. So first we had a candle that claimed it here but rejected and came back again with another bullish candle, and price dropped away from there. So this is when will you be waiting to take the entry from the supply zone. This is when you take it at the center of the order block, and it dropped nicely. Let's look at another example. This is NZD CHF. You can confirm we have a bullish trend here, seeing this swing high being taken out, and we have our POI here. It was formed with a demand. Okay, this demand zone was formed with an order block here, so we expected to take our entry at a half, or you still wait for price to get to the demand zone. So after this, price came down, and before price moved swiftly into the demand zone, you can see liquidity was created here. We also have liquidity resting here as well, here and here. And what happened? Price came, swept the liquidity, tapped on the demand zone, and got rejected. This was the outcome. So after this rejection, price came back again, create this liquidity, came back, sweep it, swept this ones that we have here. So you can see my stop loss was not placed here. I placed it at this low in case price come to target this liquidity, and that was it. That was more than 1 to 3, right? So I have another example before we look at the pairs for next week. This week, not even next week. So today is Sunday, so hopefully by the end of today the market will begin. So we are looking at the pairs for this week. So NZD USD, look at this.
So price was on a bullish trend here until we have a confirmation of this swing low that was taken out. So there's a hope, there's expectation that price may come to reject or retest anywhere here and continue to drop down. And look at what happened here. So we have a PO high here, that is our supply. It did not happen with any order block, right? So we'll be looking at the supply to take our entry. Our stop loss will not be here, rather it's going to be maybe on top of here or a little higher or here, right? So after the break of structure here of this swing low, I was waiting for price to pull back, then create a liquidity level, takes out the liquidity level, then I take my entry, right? So this is what happened. You can see that our supply was taken out. So you can see how price came here and took out this liquidity level. So price grab it with this first candle, the second candle, and starts to drop. Right now, putting my stop loss here, this was a loss for me. But if I had taken my stop loss to this swing high, it would have been a profit for me, as it happened here. So this was my target, this was my level of stop loss. It was just with a pin and price fell. So if I had increased my stop loss to this swing instead of using this wick, then that would have been a good profit for me, right? Okay, so what are we expecting this week? Yeah, so this week I have about 7 pairs that I'll be looking out for on this strategy, right? So first of all, we're looking at AUD JPY. So this is AUD JPY. You can see we have a confirmed downtrend, and from here we have our POI. So we had a POI here and break of structure, price pulled back but couldn't get to half of the order block or the POI before dropping. But while it dropped, it gave us another POI here. So my expectation is when price get to this point, create a liquidity level, grab the liquidity, then I'll look for take my entry at this level on AUD JPY. Another pair I'm looking at is Euro CAD. So Euro CAD is also a sell. You can see we're on a downtrend, and here we have our supply together with an order block. We have seen a break of structure. I'm expecting the price will pull back into this level, then I'll take my entry with the criteria being met, right? Then I'm also looking at Euro GBP. Euro GBP also waiting for a sell, right? So I'm waiting for a sell all the way up here. You can see my POI, my supply is here with another block. It breaks the structure here, dropped to this level, consolidated for a long time. So my expectation is when price gets from here, when price move into this level with creates a liquidity level, grab the liquidity and enter here, I will look for my entry here on Euro GBP. Then Euro USD is another pair I'm looking at, still on sell, right? I'm taking this supply. The supply was created with an order block, price drop, broke structure here, and my expectation is price will pull back to this level with the criteria being met. Then I will take my entry on Euro USD. Another pair I'm looking out is GBP JPY. GBP JPY, I'll be looking forward to selling it if price pull back into this area meeting my criteria, right? Then GBP NZD is the next pair I'm looking at. GBP NZD also looking for a sell. Price is almost there, but I'm waiting for, I hope this will be a liquidity level. Price will come down a bit, come back, grab it into this zone, then I'll take my L3 on GBP NZD. And finally I'm looking at NZD JPY for a sell. So all the pairs I'm watching out for this week are going to be for sells. So this is for NZD JPY. This is my target zone supply. Price should come here, form liquidity, grab it into the zone, then I will take a sell on NZD JPY. If you like this video, please do click on the like, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, click on the notification bell to be alerted anytime I upload a new video. I wish us all a profitable week. Thank you.